So today I will discuss about the characteristics of enzymes. So what are the enzymes? As I told you that enzymes are the biocatalyst. That means that they speed up the chemical reactions. They speed up the chemical reactions in our body. Okay. So the number first one characteristics of the enzyme are that most of the enzymes are proteinous in nature. Most of the enzymes are proteinous in nature. That means that most of the enzymes have protein in their composition. Then we are having that most of the enzymes are non-proteinous in the nature. Not most, some enzymes are non-proteinous in nature. That means that in the universe or in the nature, there are some enzymes that does not contain protein in their composition. And the third point we are having that some enzymes are purely proteinous in nature. That means that in their composition some enzymes only contain proteins. Okay. Then the third one, sorry. So these purely proteinous in nature enzymes are known as the simple enzyme. Okay. Then we are having last point, that is that there are some okay ji. So there are some enzymes that have non-protein part and protein part. Like there are some enzymes that contains the protein part and the non-protein part in the composition. Non-protein part and protein part in their nature. Then of what does it mean about this? So let's discuss about the conjugated molecule. Conjugated enzyme, not molecule, conjugated enzyme. So we are having two types of conjugated enzymes, non-proteinous or proteinous. That enzyme which contain proteinous part and non-proteinous part. So in proteinous part, those enzymes that only contain those enzymes that only contain proteins in their composition, that are those are known as apoenzyme. Okay. Then we are having non-proteinous nature part. So those enzymes that contains the non-proteinous part in their composition is known as protested group of the enzyme, which contain two types, that is cofactor or coenzyme. Coenzyme means that one enzyme that work on the behalf of the actual factor. So in cofactor is inorganic and coenzyme is organic. We can say that the prostatic group having two parts. The first one is organic and the second one is inorganic. In organic we are having coenzyme and the inorganic we are having cofactor. Okay, so let's move towards the another point, that is the size of enzyme is always greater than the size of substrate. Okay, it means that the size of the enzyme is always greater than the substrate. Substrate is something that Substrate is something on which enzyme reacts. On which enzyme react. Okay, so it is the size of the substrate is always greater than the size of the enzyme. That the second point we are having that enzymes are specific in nature or specific in function. Then the second point and the point we are having is that there is a specific enzyme have a specific temperature for the activation. We can say that for the activation, every enzyme has a specific temperature. And then we are having that some, okay, what are endoenzymes? Okay, endoenzyme means, what does mean by endo? It means inside an enzyme, as I told you, that biocatalyst. So it means that that's an enzyme that act within the cell or inside of the cell called endoenzyme. Then we are having uh, exo. That exo means outside enzyme in biocatalyst. So it means that those enzymes that act outside of the cell is known as exoenzyme. Okay. Uh, we are having the example of endoenzyme is adenylate cyclase. Adenylate cyclase that reacts that speed up the reaction. Adenylate cyclase speed up the reaction in the human cells.